For the first time in history, every one of the boards of the companies that make up the S&P 500 have at least one woman on them. What does this mean for the ever-important fight for diversity? Victoria Pelletier is the senior executive at IBM. KRLD's John Little asks, just how big is this?
I think this is huge. I mean, that said, 20 plus years in the making. I'll tell you, I became an executive in my early 20s, and I was the only woman at the table for many, many years. That said, we've been talking for decades around the need to move the needle demonstrably related to diversity in the boardroom and in our corporate environment. So I'm going to celebrate.
When this happens, when you bring diversity into the boardroom, whether it be women or people of color, how does it improve a business?
It's actually, there's data shown to prove that diversity and inclusion in workplaces drive higher engagement of employees or satisfaction, right? So therefore, increased productivity. There's an increase in innovation and problem solving. And interestingly, there's actually stats when you look at corporate boards that there's a reduction in fraudulent activities, transactions, and infighting across the board members themselves.
How about that? Why do you think that is?
I think when people are able to see others that look like them, to be their authentic selves, show up every day without covering, and by that I mean doing and being or acting in the way they think others expect of them, it allows this incredible diversity of thought and the lived experience that people, are able to bring. And again, that innovation. So it just creates this wondrous environment.
If we're talking to, a head of a company right now, if that's listening, that is realizing and kind of looking around the table and realizing that, wow, everybody looks like me here. What's that first step, maybe even before hiring somebody or bringing somebody to the boardroom that is a woman or a person of color? What do they have to think about inside themselves?
So I think, first of all, we need to act with intention in creating diverse cultures and environments. And you said it bang on. We actually need to understand, looking around the rooms and the people that we serve, is it homogeneous? Does it look like us? We need to understand the data. Where are we starting from? What does diversity look like within my organization, or even just within the teams that I directly control and lead? So let's understand that, number one, and hold ourselves accountable to moving the needle forward. I do not accept the excuse that there's not a diverse slate of candidates for me when I'm looking to hire.